Okay, I'm trying to get into my my live account from Naga Broker. It was small account with 400 euros or dollars. And the fees were very high. The market was completely different from what it was on TradingView. And I have a few losing trades over there as well as winning ones. The summary would be that at the end I wasn't that active, and they gave me an activity fee which was $60 or euro. It was quite high. And then I withdrew all the money from them after some time, actually recently in 2026. So let's study the losing positions. Could be that those positions were there before, but I think we're gonna get a little bit more insights with this account linked to MetaTrader 5. Okay, there is something. I don't know if it was positive or negative. What is there? Okay, there is the position. There's the selling position. Sell. And then another one on GBP CAD. Let's study all of them. Okay, let's focus at the first one. The first one was 2022 July, 8th July. So, can we change something? Can we add something? Trade levels, trade history, volumes. Okay, trade history. I think trade history is all we can do at MetaTrader 5. It was, again, it was a short, it was a sell. On a daily, it doesn't encourage me to have any opinion about this. A continuation of a trend, of a downtrend. It's the only way I can look at this. But the pullback was too shallow. I was hoping for it to go down in a straight line, and the stop loss was too small for only. NZD was the open show on charts. What is going on with this chart? For some reason it's confusing for me. Let's change it to green, white, black. And we're gonna probably have some idea about what is happening on the market with the chart. So NZD USD sell. It's going slow. NZD 2022 6th 14th. And see, for some reason there is no trade history. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. There it is. Daily time frame. Going short on this. But why? Perhaps on an hourly time frame there is going to be something more. Well, it wasn't good. I just don't know why. Like looking at the structure, the fib was disrespected. We were close to previous low. It could be a pivotal point, and it was. And I decided to go short for some reason. Look, it hit the stop loss, but it was profitable. I probably trailed stop loss back then. And this was NZD USD. Okay, Euro USD. Let's look at Euro USD. Templates. Where do I find templates? Daily. Euro USD. Okay. Why there's no trade history over there? So going short, entering short. Similar situation to NZD USD. It was more like a pivotal point where we traded below 61.8. I wasn't probably paying attention to fib retracement back in the days. Perhaps let's study it on 1 hour. Interesting structure. But there wasn't confirmation for going short. This was done this candle. Oh, I was entering there. I was hoping for a continuation of a pullback. I mean, no, for a no continuation of a pullback, for a lack of pullback. So this should be the deepest pullback there was, and that's it. But price traded in a different kind of way. USD CHF. Only trade. Only trade that I made was there on a daily. Was trying to long it. It was too early for longing it. On a daily, it doesn't even give the structure to consider doing anything with it. Okay. Yes. No. On a daily, even on an hourly, it even would suggest the price action that we are falling below 61.8. We are just respecting it. Oh. No candle even in opposite direction. Damn, such a stupid trade. Bitcoin USD. We don't have many losing trades there. So Bitcoin USD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there's actually quite a few trades to study. I should be doing this. You should be doing this. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. Only by studying and reflecting on your mistakes you can move forward in life. And in trading. So this trade was losing one, but I can see that I had here a few winning ones as well. And previously it was a winning trade, a winning short. This time I was hoping to short it. So structurally it does look good, but here let's focus on the losing trades. hoping for a very short pullback. It didn't happen. The price consolidated. Pullback was shallow, but it was long, very long. Longer than I could expect. It was probably over a month. Yes. If not 2 months or 3. And trying to short it again and again losing. And shorting Bitcoin. It's always a good idea to short Bitcoin. It's amazing. Bitcoin is something essential to me, essential part of my life. I know it's trivial to say something like that, but it actually is. It wasn't time for day trading or scalping Bitcoin. It was time for accumulating. For buying positions. Investing all your money into this. Look what happened with the volume. The volume is immense. The big players are accumulating right now. I should be too, probably. But I need money for something else. Okay, let's go. USD JPY. We have to open a chart. We have to open another chart. Where is it? Okay, here. No, I hate people and I love people at the same time. It's so fucking amazing. Sometimes it's just the best to concentrate on what you are doing and forget about the world and everything else, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many duties you have, should be doing or should not be doing. Trade history 2022 6. Yes. 28. Six 28. Okay. So trying to buy USD JPY. out of nowhere, just over there. And now I had few pips in my direction, but then it fell down, and as you can see, stop loss was quite tight. $61.8 reached on a daily, then a reaction, but over there wasn't any good entry. It's still this trade went for days. Each candle is one day. This trade went for days, literally. Okay. I see we have some issue with this chart. Probably is deleted. Let's go to another one. And the DTHF. Now I was having those pairs. I was just trading the major pairs, but NZD-THF is one of the major ones. But I was studying the market structure a little bit better, as I had more time to do that. And I discovered that there are like A structure markets, B structure, C structure, where A is the best, C is the worst. And the best structure is where we have many fibs. 7th, 6th, 26th. This must be there. Why is it scrolling to the beginning? So, me trying to short this market over there. Why? No reference. Just shorting it there, hoping for a deeper pullback. Wait, what? Hoping for a deeper pullback? And instead we got consolidation, and I was shorting it there, not hoping for a deeper pullback, hoping for a shallow pullback and ending this pullback very, very soon. Well, one successful short. And another unsuccessful short. The market doesn't present you with opportunities every day. Euro USD Pro. When? 2022. It has to be there, otherwise I don't know. Yeah, it is there. Early in the morning. Unbelievable. 2022. And look what happened. A consolidation. I was probably hovering in a, the price was hovering slightly below or above the take profit, but it didn't hit it. Like sometimes it's better when you just take your profit if you can. And no, I had some definition of scalping with my current broker with Trader Scale, just because of the nature of the market that it likes to consolidate and revisit the same level many times. I was opening many position, like 5 position over there, and then seeing when the price reached that point, which was like 50% of my take profit, and I took the profit anyway. And then the price came back, and I bought again. And so I could manage to make quite good profits, but like with a prop firm, it's not that easy because you have to you have other rules that are preventing you from such practices. Like risk reward ratio has to be at least 1-to-1, which is already a great obstacle, because sometimes when you place your risk reward like in a negative risk reward, it could actually lead to a bigger wins, but also a bigger losses. So I guess I know what they are doing, and I do respect their policy. But I discovered that I could be quite profitable with a negative risk reward ratio. Yes. And so could be you. And I guess the big players, are doing exactly that. They are being profitable on a negative risk reward ratio. And that's why the price is choppy over there. GBP USD. Now those are perhaps boring minutes with me together, but no, I'm bored myself, but this is very important to focus on. Of course, you can find 1,000 other more important things to do. So could I, but I'm gonna focus on this for the sake of science, knowledge. GBP USD Pro. When? Has to be there. No, has to be there. We were probably visiting this place on my previous videos. But again, it's a daily time frame. I was shorting this, hoping for a end of pullback right there, although there wasn't any signs other than this structure. Like if you see the grid, the price is below that grid, and here we are trending also below that grid, above that grid, and here we are below that grid. So I was hoping this grid is going to be my friend and is going to hold. It didn't. Perhaps 3 hour. Let's look at 3 hour. Oh yes. Price above, price below. But still it didn't respected that. Okay, let's go, soulmates. To another one. NZD-USD. Oh, we don't have to refresh the charts. 2022, 7th. I bet it's there. No, 6th. It was a winning trade. It was early in the morning, 5 o'clock. I think I saw this before. Was this a trade that I was talking about? It looks very similar to that trade where I was explaining a negative risk reward type of trades and how to be profitable with them. Trying to short. Why? Due to the market structure again. A very small or very undecided piece of resistance or support. I was hoping it's going to turn into resistance, into strong resistance, but it didn't. So oversimplifying, it's not always good. Silver. Wait a moment. Okay, let's continue. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, I would say. I was eating a lot of sugar and like pies and unhealthy food, too much food, because yesterday I felt very vulnerable. I don't know what. I don't know if I'm hungry or if I'm just angry, hangry. Probably just hungry. My daughter is going to be joining me probably today, but I'm still gonna try to focus on my trading. Trading history. (2022). Finally, we see something. 2022 07 26. Okay. 2022 07 26. 7 is June, July. So trying to short it there, trying to short it twice. Strange. I wasn't paying attention to the daily time frame. Should be probably hoping for a deeper retracement like this. Instead, I was shorting it aggressively, trying to short it. Meanwhile, I was shorting also Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin then. 7th, 28th. Yes, there it is. Very early in the morning trying to short Bitcoin. I don't know what I was doing. It was crazy. I couldn't probably sleep at night. And then I was thinking, okay, it's good time to short some silver and Bitcoin. Instead, I should be paying attention to this retracement. And eventually short it from there as it reaches 50 and loses strength. And see also this candle. This is a higher volume. Like since this candle we have a higher volume. So this candle gives us the volume zone. And it also aligns with a fib retracement, 61.8, 50-ish. And so should it be traded. Instead, I was shorting it there on 29.2. I didn't know about 29.2 back in the days. Okay, silver we have covered. CAD JPY. Those trades on a real account with real money start to make a little bit more sense. (2022) 8th. August is 8th. 11th. I see another losing trade. And cut JPY just a few weeks after that. Let's concentrate. Trying to sell. Although there was FIB 61.8, the market structure was strongly trending upwards and revisiting it to 61.8, having a strong reaction from there and failing to reach significant higher zones, then retrace back to 61.8. I was probably paying attention to this small fib because it gave a quite good structure, counter trend structure, and that's why I probably entered short. Euro JPY Pro, so a simulated market. Every broker has the simulated market. This is so-called like VPS right there. So, but you have to be a little more technical to actually understand it. I don't understand it yet. Haven't been studying it. I'm studying too many things at once. Euro JPY. And I should be studying German right now. But I'm giving myself a break from that. But I'm gonna study it as soon as I'm finished with the losing trades. Because each losing trade is bringing me closer to a ultimate knowledge about the market behavior. I don't have Euro JPY chart. We have to (2022). Look how it's loading. The data is loading. It's still loading. And this, what is this? It's some kind of volume. What is this? There's a lot of data to be loaded. Okay, it's done. Is it done? Yes. Now that's why it's very good to be familiar with MetaTrader, because you have access to so much data over there, so much history. And no, it wasn't very significant trade. It was just $1, 130, 22, 8. It must be this, otherwise nothing. I was watching Game of Thrones yesterday, and the movie is like I can almost remember when someone told me like a few years ago that the movie is mostly like made of dialogues. So it was probably the Game of Thrones was setting a trend, a new trend for in movies, because normally you have action, you want special effects, but like 80% of Game of Thrones is just dialogues between main characters, main actors. But it's also interesting. It's it's kind of keeping you in this anticipation all the time, and not very hyped anticipation. It depends. I don't like. I when I watch a movie, I want the movie to really like pull me in. But on the other hand, I'm kind of regretting it after being too strongly pulled in. So I'm going to be certainly watching more Game of Thrones later, probably in German. Then you have like two stuff, like two things at once. You can study language and you can watch a interesting movie. And the Game of Thrones is quite interesting. So what is there? Losing position, $1 minus. Euro JPY. Not very clean structure for this bigger retracement. But this is why you should be expecting the price not to pulling back to 61.8. But I was hoping we're gonna see that, and this is why I failed. Why this trade failed. Another one, Euro. I think I'm gonna break this video on 1 hour. When it goes to 1 hour, we still have a few minutes left. And then I'm gonna just go outside and jog a little bit because I need some fresh air. I could also open the window. Yeah. And then I'm gonna prepare something to eat. I really struggle. I'm too hard for myself. I think I should be a little bit more delicate with myself. I have money, I have all the time in the world. I don't have to rush things. I act and I feel like I should be doing all things at once. Today, now. If I make a break, then I'm gonna lose everything. But it's also a little bit like that in the practice, because I tend to dive too deep into activities when I'm. Therefore, I rather keep myself like on a kind of leash like that than just allow myself to be too relaxed and too concentrated on fun activities. So, Euro USD. $2022. There. I was trying to sell it again. One-hour time frame. Oh, to use the magic phrase, failed to read market structure. Why? Because you have a very choppy movements until 61.8, and then the price came down. I was hoping, okay, the chart is broken, we're gonna fall down. It was inappropriate behavior. Too bad. GBP card. Well, I was there before. Somehow. Trying to short it. If I was just a little bit more patient, I was probably being hurt by fees. It was already too long. Probably holding it. Holding it already 1 week and paying the swap for a weekly holding, and then I escaped it, but I just lost a nice move. Silver. Let's look at the silver. I mean 2022. Where it is here. 6th. There. Daily. Trying to sell. Hoping for a continuation of a downtrend. Without any pullback. And the pullbacks are the magical place where the reversals happen. And in this case, the reversal did happen. But before that, we could read that structure as a consolidation. Daily isn't a good time frame to look at silver. Let's look at 3 hour. But 3 hour isn't good as well. Which trade it was? 6th. That one. Yes. Trying to short it. I had very early in the morning, and still with a negative risk to reward ratio, I would be profitable on this with a negative. And another trade on silver. This one, no, it was on gold. But then also silver. And it wasn't profitable trade on silver. So sometimes, as you have this kind of deeper pullback in a downtrend, you think, okay, this is going to be it. We're gonna fall down. It was just a 50, just a 50 fib. It wasn't a good place to enter short. It wasn't a good place to enter long either. It was just a place of reversal where many forces were forging together a next market behavior. But objectively, you have a change of character over there. No, sometimes patience. But how can you be patient at 3 o'clock in the morning when I was probably driving a truck and trying to trade at the same time? You can't. You literally can't. Literally can't. Bitcoin USD. Okay, let the Bitcoin be the last one of this video. Because we don't want to get into too long videos. Although on the like on the upload kind of point of view, it's better to have a long video. Yeah, I don't have to upload that frequently. And if somebody wants to watch it, then she's going to watch it. And like, you have to have time to dig into this kind of stuff. You do have to have time. There's no other option. Working with computer, you have to have time for this. Bitcoin USD. When? Where? Many trades. There? Yes. Losing trades. I was setting it to break even. I was trying to short it. I should have been more patient. Trying to short it once, trying to short it twice. I should have been more patient, but I know what the issue was. The lot size of Bitcoin was too big on the minimum lot size. So that's why my stop losses were so tight. And I was still losing too much to handle. It should be the last one, right? I thought it's going to be the last one. Now let's go. Let's go a few more trades. I'm going to go jogging anyway. In a few minutes, I'm going to drink a little bit more water. But I've been drinking 2 beers lately. And last time I was drinking beer, I don't even remember. Don't even remember when. Even recall. Alcoholic trader. Silver. No, I wish I could sit down with my daughter and just, trade with her or bring her trading by, but she's too young for that. But I think she does anyway. Like, we cannot sit there in front of the charts for 3 hours and concentrate with my daughter. It doesn't, like, there's no option. But she already can, like, play, gamble, and predict that this is going to go up and this is going to go down. And it's funny to see how she's doing this, how she's trying to engage with us. Probably only to make fun with me in a way. Okay. Silver. One child is crying right now. I don't know if you can hear this outside. You should be hearing this because the microphone isn't choosing which quality sound is it's going to pick. It's going to pick every sound from the background. 2022, 9th, 6th. No, that's not. This is the one. Okay. Quite a significant loss. Minus 21. And again, this was a reversing structure on a silver. Silver is a little bit different than other pairs. But it doesn't mean it doesn't respect fibs and market structure. It does. Oil. Perhaps this one is going to work. No. O, scheiße. Oil's not working. NZD USD Pro. NZD USD. Yes. We do have NZD USD. Have we studied 50% of the trades already? I would say something close to that. Yeah. It's going to probably take me whole day to study that. 3 hour. 3 hour is a good time frame. NZD USD. 22.7. It has to be there. 8, 9. That's not there. It's because it was a winning trade. There comes a time when we do focus on the winning trades. Should be focusing on the winning also. That's this one. A losing one. Shorting market, hoping for a shallow pullback to appear. It did in the terms of price on the pips range, but it didn't in a term of a time frame, of a time range. And stop loss was probably set over there. The price just went there. And that's crazy. It has to mean that probably the traders are repeating the same mistakes. And many traders are trading the same stuff. Like if it happens to you that you do set a stop loss and the price just tapped with a wick over there and takes your stop loss away, it means we are doing the same mistakes over and over. All traders doing the same mistakes. It's not going to be an easy jog today, especially after drinking 2 beers, eating so much fast food. Although this fast food was kind of healthy, but I was eating just a little bit too much of it. And a whole pie, apple pie, which I baked myself. It was delicious. But my daughter is going to be angry at me, knowing she could have a little bit of that pie. She was excited to make that pie with me. I made that pie myself the next day, but previous day we made another pie. It wasn't apple pie. It was from different fruits, from bananas and from strawberries. I was trying to sort it, not hoping for like, you have 2 scenarios. The price falls and retrace, and you can look for a sign of a beginning of a retracement and then try to scalp it to a 61.8, or just wait, trend with a trend, and trade it down. But in this case, I wasn't waiting. I was trying to short it over there. I was trying to short it there where I placed the stop loss. And where I placed the stop loss, it should be my pending order. So that's quite interesting. Whereas your stop loss, there's my pending order. Someone could say to offend me. USD card. Do we have it? No. (2022) 9th, 28th. Over there. Trade history. Yes. Long. A failed long. On a daily time frame. On the daily time frame. 2022. Let's look at 3 hours. Oh. Wishful trading. Long? Why? I was hoping the market is going to continue with the trend. As you can see on this red line. Instead, we hit similar high 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And came down to 29.2, a little bit below 29.2, probably respecting some moving averages or a VWAP, if you will. You could probably find a VWAP for this. And so the price came again to the same highs, and then we consolidated, showing the weakness of the trend, and then price shifted to the downtrend. So NZDJPY. Already over 70 minutes over the time. So NZDJPY, let's go with the flow. NZDJPY. We have to open new chart. It's loading. Let's get all the data there is. Gonna need it later. And for some short time, there was a volume data from the chart. Somehow it doesn't. Like this is like funny. Why? It probably caused some problem with server. I don't know. 2022. 9th. 28. Has to be somewhere around. Yes. So it is. Oh no. Is it there? Yes, it is there. Trying to short it there. Hoping for a shallow pullback. It was again with a pip range and not with a time range. In the time range it wasn't. And still it was okay, it was with a trend, but there was no confluence to enter short. Why? Because we have a huge candle in a direction up. Oh, no, not a good reason to enter short. Okay, cut JPY. Cut JPY. Is it there? Yes. Trying to short it after seeing a nice retracement to 61.8. It was stupidity. If anything, I should be longing it. Just because of the market structure on a daily. I wasn't probably paying attention to the daily. There. Don't know why. Don't know why. Gold. Gold. 2022. 2022. Okay, there are some trades. '28th. Okay. Daily time frame for the gold. Hoping it's going to retrace forever. It's not going to. It's going to continue the trend forever. And looking at the price, 1,060, 650, 106,000, 1,650. A very round price level. 1,620. A very strong rejection from that level, way stronger than those previous, which could suggest change in the trend. Instead, I was trying to short it. I wasn't paying attention to details. In the price action itself. Silver. Silver has to be there. 22,928. I was trying to shorted again. Wasn't paying attention to the market structure. And also, similarly to gold, the move was powerful. The recovery move was powerful. It doesn't give you candles like this if it wants to fall down again, especially after such a strong retracement to 88.6 on the silver. On the forex market, it also gives you sometimes reaction from 88.6, but it doesn't give you reactions like this. So it doesn't mean that we are continuing now the trend upwards, but from 88.6 there's a probability of consolidation. And Bitcoin. Have I deleted Bitcoin chart? No. Where? It must have been there. No. 9th, 28th. Look, the volume. It was again a volume trade. You know, I remember a girl from a wedding. Wasn't my wedding though. But this girl was a very technical girl, and I was kind of like shy about having passion towards this kind of analysis, technical stuff, and I actually could share so many stuff with her. She would probably follow me on YouTube and watch the videos, but I doubt it. It's not that interesting. No, it was many months ago. I was hoping that I'm gonna be independent because of the trading, and I'm gonna be quickly independent if I focus all my attention towards it. But it doesn't work like that. Okay, last one. No, this last one we cannot dive in because the chart is not working. But let's look. Perhaps it's going to work. No, it's not working. Bitcoin again. Yeah. Trying to short. Why? Was there some kind of retracement? Damn, I lost. Yeah. There was a probability of retracement occurring, but it didn't occur. Funny how I was trading. Okay, I'm gonna cut it right there. It's CHF JPY Pro from 2023 first 17th. So continue on this one. Okay. Okay. Other than that, we have still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around 30 trades to analyze. It's going to go quickly. I think I'm gonna be ready with that even today. But I feel like I should breathe a little bit. I really feel like I need that. Let's quickly look at the current trades, how they are. Okay, US tech is in profit. It's moving in my direction, as you can see. You can't see, but perhaps I can add a screen over there from a trading view. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't really work. Perhaps now? Yeah, now it works. Okay, so look at this. Look at US tech. Okay, on a daily it doesn't look good, and you know this color is very nice. I like this kind of green. But let's look at the trade, what it's doing right now. So it's going into my direction, and I was afraid that it's going to have difficulties around 50 and 61.8, and it can have difficulties, but I wasn't thinking about this. Damn, I had some heart problems, probably heart palpitations. See, I meant this kind of fib. If it goes around there, it can be over for my trade, but I might take profit over there, complete profit, and cut it, because this trade is too risk-reward ratio. So I could be escaping it over there. Let's hope it's going to fall down. Let's not have too many fibs. But it might be a strong point of reversal over there. This zone, we might not even fall below that zone. And also GJ is also doing good. It did better, but it reversed from my 61.8, just the same as the Nasdaq did. So we might, I hope there is going to be some kind of head and shoulders over there. This, and this, and then we're gonna continue to fall down. I hope. I'm gonna close anyway one of those trades today in the evening, so I need to make some action for my broker to stay in the game. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video if you like, or otherwise I'm gonna keep recording. Thanks, bye bye.